Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to another E36 video. So in the reveal video from the last video, that's a lot of videos, I kind of give you an overview of everything that is wrong and kind of just the overall condition of the Street Drift E36 Sedan. So today we're actually going to be installing the quick release steering wheel that I was talking about. We're fighting the weather, we are fighting some sunshine, so we're just going to jump straight into this. What we have, we got a NRG red suede, I think this is 350 millimeter wheel because we are going with a red and black theme on the E36. We have the NRG short hub and we have the horn in there, connections and everything, but the horn on the car doesn't work anyway, so we're not even going to worry about that. This is kind of all you're going to need. You're going to need a T25 Torx bit. You're going to need a 16 millimeter. And you are going to need a 10 millimeter to undo the battery, maybe an 11 or 12 depending on which battery setup you have in your car. So let's go ahead, dive into getting the battery unhooked, and we'll jump into getting the old wheel off. Just a word of caution, just give your car like 15-20 minutes to discharge all of the power out of the system before you go messing with the airbags. If your airbag pops, that's on you. Don't blame me for it. All right, guys, so like I said, you have two I think they're T25 Torx bits on the back side of your steering wheel that's holding in the airbag. Hopefully yours is not stripped out. There's a lot of these 36s that are, so hopefully yours is not one of them. So guys, this is going to be the time that you really want to get your steering wheel about as straight as it can go, because this is the point we're going to be taking the steering wheel off of the steering shaft. We took our 16 millimeter, we just zapped that out just a little bit. You don't want to take it all the way off, because once you start pulling on this wheel to get it to break loose, it will smack you in the face. Just take that as a word of caution. Leave this in until you get the wheel broke loose, then finish taking it off. Once we have this off, it's time to install the short hub, which is pretty much exactly how the last one came off of. This little dot right here should go straight up and down, and that will let your clock spring connector come through. Although we're not going to be using our clock spring, don't need it. What we're going to be doing, if you do, there's other videos that show you how to repurpose that. I'm not going to be using it, so it will not be in this video. We've got this, it looks like it's about as straight up and down as it can be. My steering wheel was off just a little bit anyway, but you can fine adjust this. I think that's a little too far to the right. That looks about right to me. That's what we're going to be using. If I need to, it's a simple 16 millimeter to take this back off. It shouldn't be no big deal. We'll just be tucking this back into here. We'll give it plenty of room once we rotate and everything. It shouldn't cause any problems. But like I said, do all of this at your own risk. Quick zap with the 16 millimeter and the Milwaukee Impact. And we are done with the short hub. So at this point, you can actually put your lower trim back on. I only removed the lower one, but you can go ahead and put both of them back on if you did take them off. I don't think you really need to take either of them off, to be honest with you. I thought you did, so I went ahead and pulled it off, but I think you can get by without doing it. Went ahead and came over to the wheel. Want to mount the wheel to the quick release. That way we know exactly how to line up the bottom piece of it. That way we're not trying to chase our tails with just guessing and then end up being wrong. We're gonna mount a base and then get this squared away so we can kind of see how everything's gonna work out. What I'm gonna do is, now that this is mounted, I'm going to go ahead and click the other part of the quick release on, see where it sits, and then we're gonna just line up the wheel with this. If we need to adjust it, we can adjust both the base of it and we can adjust the wheel. I believe this is about where we're gonna have to be, because the holes line up right there and we're pretty straight up and down. I'm gonna go ahead, tighten this down and see what we're looking like. Like I said, I've just got this soft mounted on there. These quick releases have a little trim ring that some wheels you have to remove to get your horn button to go in there. We're not gonna be using a horn because the horn on this car doesn't work anyway. But for the NRG thing to fit back in there, it needed to be gone anyway. NRG actually has an outside trim ring that holds this in, but we just got this soft mounted so we can see if the wheel was going to be straight up and down, which it appears it is. Left this on just because my hands are dirty and this is red suede. It'll eventually get dirty, but for the purpose of now, I don't really want it to get that dirty. Let me go ahead, grab the NRG trim ring, and we should be able to finish this up. We are all finished up and it came out great. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. For what it is, it looks amazing. let's just go ahead and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Puts a very, very modern touch onto this 31-year-old car. I'm pretty stoked about it. So NRG short hub, Kyostar quick release, and NRG red suede wheel. God, like I said, it's 350 millimeters, so it's 30 millimeters smaller than the factory wheel. Feels amazing, has little finger grooves for your fingers to kind of rest into. But yeah, man, this looks great. I'm stoked on it. All right guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys are liking the E36 build series as well as the 350Z build series. The 370Z will be making an appearance here soon. We'll do the new daily reveal. I'll give you an overview of the tow truck, overview of the CTS-V that I still haven't done, and we'll get working back on Lucifer, my blue C6 that we were doing the California Super Coupes Extreme wide body on. If you guys seen it on the channel before, we did the LS3 swap. That it's probably the last videos, but I think we may have done one just kind of test fitting the new kit, but we got the fiberglass repaired on it. We should work on fitment next, kind of get the wheels set in where they need to be, get the whole kit bolted up before it goes to paint. I painted it the first time. I will not be painting it this time. Just don't have the time, unfortunately. So that's kind of what the videos are going to be going forward in the short term. And then once the weather breaks and the events start, we'll get to drifting, and maybe we'll do some drag racing stuff, but it'll mostly be drifting from here on out. But guys, hit that big thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys on the next video.